The phone buzzed on the kitchen counter, its screen lighting up with a text, "Can't wait to see you tonight, Mia." Usual spot. My heart stopped. The sender was Ryan, her coworker. I stood frozen, the coffee I was pouring forgotten as my wife's laughter echoed from the living room. She didn't know I'd seen it. I didn't confront her, not yet. But that text was the crack that split my world open, revealing a betrayal I never saw coming. I'm Ethan Brooks, 36, a graphic designer in Portland, Oregon. My life is built on creativity, branding campaigns, album covers, the kind of work that lights me up. Mia, my wife of 5 years, is a marketing exec, sharp and ambitious, always chasing the next big deal. We met at a design conference in Seattle, her confidence outshining everyone in the room. I was a freelancer hustling for clients, she was climbing the corporate ladder. Our differences fueled our spark, she pushed me to dream bigger, and I grounded her with my optimism. Or so I thought. Her parents, Claire and Vincent, never approved of me. Vincent, a retired tech CEO, saw my career as a phase, not a future. "Design's cute, Ethan, but when are you getting a real job?" he'd ask at their weekly brunches. Claire was subtler, her smiles masking pity. "Mia needs stability, dear." Mia would roll her eyes, squeezing my hand, but their words stung. I'd built a solid business, my designs featured in Vogue and on billboards, but to them, I was a dreamer who'd never measure up. That night, Mia said she had a late meeting. "Client dinner," she claimed, kissing me before heading out. But the text from Ryan burned in my mind. I didn't snoop, her phone was unlocked, the message blatant. Instead of confronting her, I waited, my gut churning. She came home at midnight, smelling faintly of wine, her smile too bright. "Good meeting?" I asked, keeping my voice casual. "Exhausting," she said, avoiding my eyes. Something was off. The next day, I dug deeper. Mia had been distant for months, late nights, vague excuses, a new edge to her laugh when I talked about my work. I checked her laptop, left open on our dining table. Her email was a minefield, flirty exchanges with Ryan, plans for drinks at a downtown bar, and one cryptic message, "We need to handle Ethan's situation soon." My stomach dropped. Handle me? What did that mean? I called my friend Lucas, a tech guy who'd done cybersecurity for my clients. "Can you trace someone's digital footprint?" I asked. He didn't pry, just nodded. "Give me a day." By evening, he sent a report. Mia's phone had been pinging a hotel near her office multiple times a week, late at night. Credit card records showed charges for drinks and dinners with Ryan, none logged as work expenses. Worse, there were emails to her boss, hinting I was unstable, suggesting my freelance career was tanking our finances. Lies, all of it. My business was thriving. The betrayal hit like a freight train. Mia wasn't just cheating, she was sabotaging me. But why? I needed more before confronting her. I tailed her the next night, borrowing Lucas's car to avoid suspicion. She drove to a sleek bar downtown where Ryan waited, all charm and tailored suits. They laughed, her hand on his arm, their closeness unmistakable. I snapped photos from across the street, my hands shaking. This wasn't just an affair, it felt orchestrated. Back home, I found another clue, a hidden folder on her laptop labeled Work Notes. Inside were screenshots of my client emails edited to look like I'd missed deadlines and a draft memo to her firm's board claiming I was a liability to her career. My blood boiled. She was building a case to ruin me, to justify leaving me without looking like the villain. I confronted her that night. "Who's Ryan?" I asked, holding up her phone. Her face froze, then softened into a practiced smile. "Just a coworker, Ethan. You're being paranoid." I showed her the photos, the emails. Paranoid? Or catching you in a lie? Her eyes widened, but she doubled down. "You're spying on me? That's low even for you." She stormed out, claiming she needed space at her parents' place. I didn't sleep. Instead, I called Lucas again. "I need everything on Ryan." His report came fast. Ryan wasn't just her coworker, he was her boss's protege with a history of cozying up to married colleagues. There were also texts between Mia and Claire, her mother, planning a fresh start for Mia away from Ethan's chaos. Claire had been in on it, encouraging the affair to free Mia from me. The next twist came from Mia's sister, Ava, who called me unexpectedly. "I found something," she said, her voice shaky. "Meet me tomorrow." At a coffee shop, she handed me a USB drive. "I hacked Mom's email. She's been pushing Mia to leave you for months. There's more stuff about your business." The drive held emails between Claire and Vincent detailing a plan to fund Ryan's promotion if he helped Mia move on. They'd even hired a PI to dig up dirt on me, but found nothing. Ava's eyes were red. "I didn't know it was this bad. They did this to my ex, too. Pushed him out because he wasn't rich enough." The pattern was clear. Claire and Vincent wanted Mia with someone like Ryan. Wealthy, connected, their version of perfect. I wasn't just fighting Mia's betrayal. I was up against her parents' empire. I needed a strategy, not revenge. I contacted a lawyer, Sarah, who specialized in defamation and fraud. If Mia's spreading lies about your business, we can sue for slander, she said. But you need hard evidence. I had it, the emails, photos, Lucas's reports. Sarah drafted a cease and desist letter, warning Mia and Ryan of legal action if they continued. I didn't send it yet. I wanted Mia to face the truth first. That night, I invited Ava over to plan our next move. Mia's coming back tomorrow, she said. She thinks you're clueless. Use that. I agreed. I'd confront Mia with everything, but not alone. Ava would be there, and I'd record it legally to protect myself. My anger was cold now, focused. Mia had betrayed me, but I wouldn't stoop to her level. My revenge would be lawful, exposing her lies and reclaiming my life. But as I prepared, a new text from an unknown number arrived. Back off, Ethan, or you'll regret it. My heart raced. This wasn't over yet. The anonymous text, back off, Ethan, or you'll regret it, lit up my phone screen, sending a chill down my spine. I sat in our darkened Portland loft, the city's rain streaking the windows, as Mia's betrayal sank deeper. She wasn't just cheating with Ryan. She and her parents were orchestrating a campaign to dismantle my life. Ava's USB drive burned in my pocket, packed with emails proving Claire and Vincent's role in pushing Mia toward Ryan. But that text hinted at something darker. Who sent it? And how far would they go? I called Lucas, my cybersecurity friend, at dawn. Can you trace a text? I asked, forwarding the message. Burn her phone, he said after an hour. Untraceable. But I'll keep digging. His voice tightened. Ethan, be careful. This feels personal. I nodded, though he couldn't see me. Mia was due back from her parents today, and I wasn't ready to confront her, not without more answers. Ava's evidence was damning, but I needed to know the full scope of their plan. I dove into the USB drive. Claire's emails to Mia were meticulous. Ryan's perfect for you, darling. Ethan's dragging you down with his art nonsense. Vincent's were colder, detailing funds transferred to Ryan's account. Hush money to secure Mia's future. One email stopped me cold. Claire to a private investigator, instructing them to fabricate a criminal record for me. They'd failed, but the intent was clear. They wanted me gone, discredited, erased from Mia's life. Ava called, her voice low. Mia's at Mom and Dad's, planning her next move. I overheard her on the phone with Ryan. They're meeting tonight at the hotel again. My stomach churned. Thanks, Ava. Can you get more from their emails? She hesitated. I'm risking a lot, Ethan. If they find out I'm helping you. I softened. I know. You're already doing more than I could ask. She promised to keep digging, but warned, Mom's suspicious. She asked why I've been so quiet lately. I needed to act fast. Sarah, my lawyer, reviewed the evidence. This is enough for a defamation case, she said. Mia's emails to her boss, claiming you're unstable, could tank your career. We can also file for invasion of privacy against her parents for the PI stunt. She advised gathering more proof of the affair to strengthen our case. Get something undeniable. Texts, recordings, anything. I nodded, but the anonymous text gnawed at me. Was it Ryan? Vincent? Someone else? That evening, I tailed Mia again, parking outside the hotel. She arrived in a sleek black dress, Ryan waiting at the bar. Their intimacy was blatant. His hand on her waist, her laugh too familiar. I recorded from my car, zooming in with my camera. Then I saw something odd. Vincent's car parked across the street. He wasn't inside, but his presence felt like a shadow. Was he watching Mia or me? I sent the video to Lucas, asking him to cross-check Vincent's car with traffic cams. On it, he replied. But Ethan, this is getting weird. Back home, I found another clue on Mia's laptop, left open in her rush to leave. A draft email to her divorce lawyer, outlining a plan to claim I'd been emotionally abusive to justify taking half my business in a settlement. My designs, my clients, my reputation. She wanted it all. Attached was a forged bank statement, making it look like I'd been hiding money. The betrayal cut deeper than the affair. She wasn't just leaving me. She was trying to destroy me. Called Ava. They're faking financial records now, I said, forwarding the email. She gasped. That's why Mom asked for my accountant's contact. They're building a case against you. She paused. Ethan, there's something else. I found an old email from Vincent to Ryan's boss, promising a board seat if Ryan delivers Mia. It's dated before you and Mia got married. My blood ran cold. This wasn't a recent betrayal, they'd been grooming Ryan to replace me from the start. The next twist came from Lucas. Vincent's car was at the hotel, but he wasn't just watching, he said. Traffic cams show him meeting a guy in a parking lot nearby, shady type, cash exchanged. My mind raced. Was this the source of the anonymous text? I asked Lucas to dig into the man's identity. Meanwhile, Mia returned home, acting as if nothing had changed. Missed you, she said, kissing my cheek. Her lie was effortless, but her eyes avoided mine. I played along, keeping my evidence hidden. Good to have you back, I said, forcing a smile. That night, I set up a discreet audio recorder in our living room, legal in Oregon with one-party consent. Mia's phone buzzed constantly. Ryan, I assumed. When she stepped into the shower, I checked it. A new message. Vincent says we need to move faster. Ethan's on to us. My heart pounded. Vincent wasn't just complicit, he was driving this. I met Sarah the next day, showing her the new evidence. This is gold, she said. The forged bank statement and Vincent's payments to Ryan could lead to fraud charges. Keep recording, but don't confront her yet. We need her to slip up. I agreed, but the anonymous text haunted me. Lucas called with an update. The guy Vincent met? Low-level fixer known for digging dirt. Probably hired to scare you. The pieces were falling into place, but the threat felt closer now. Ava sent another bombshell, an email from Claire to Mia dated a week ago. Ryan's ready to propose once you're free. We'll handle Ethan's reputation. Nobody will believe him over us. My hands shook. They weren't just planning a divorce, they were setting up Ryan as Mia's next husband, with Claire and Vincent pulling the strings. Ava added, I'm coming over tomorrow. We need to plan how to show Mia the truth without losing her. When Mia got home, she was all smiles, talking about a big project at work. I nodded, playing the devoted husband, but my mind was on Ava's visit. We'd confront Mia together with evidence she couldn't deny. But that night, another text came from the burner phone. Last warning, Ethan. Drop it or your career's over. I forwarded it to Lucas and Sarah, my resolve hardening. Mia and her parents thought they could break me, but I was ready to fight back, legally and smarter than they expected. The burner phone text, last warning, Ethan. Drop it or your career's over, glowed on my screen, a taunt that fueled my resolve. Mia slept soundly in our Portland loft, oblivious to the storm brewing. Ava's evidence, Lucas's reports, and Sarah's legal strategy were my arsenal, but the web of Mia's affair with Ryan, backed by her parents Claire and Vincent, was tightening. They weren't just cheating me out of my marriage, they were plotting to ruin my reputation. I needed to expose them, but one wrong move could cost me Mia forever. Ava arrived at noon, her face pale but determined. Mia's meeting Ryan again tonight, she said, handing me a new USB drive. I hacked Mom's cloud account. There's a recording you need to hear. We plugged it into my laptop. Claire's voice crackled through. Mia, darling, file the divorce papers soon. Ryan's ready to step in and we'll make sure Ethan's clients drop him. Vincent chimed in. I've got a contact at his biggest agency. A few whispers about missed deadlines and he's done. My fists clenched. They weren't just sabotaging my marriage, they were targeting my livelihood. Ava's eyes were fierce. They did this to my ex too. Spread lies until he lost his job. I can't let them do it to you. I nodded, grateful but wary. We need Mia to see this for herself, I said. But she's still under their spell. Ava suggested a family meeting, not at her parents' mansion but at a neutral spot, a private room at a Portland brewery. We'll show her everything, she said. Me, you, and the evidence. She can't deny it if we're all there. I called Lucas for an update. The fixer Vincent met? He's a guy named Carl, petty scams, blackmail jobs, he said. I traced his burner phone to the texts you got. Vincent's paying him to scare you off. My pulse quickened. Vincent wasn't just a meddling father-in-law, he was dangerous. Lucas added, I'm pulling more data on Carl. Stay sharp, Ethan. I thanked him, my mind racing. The threats were escalating, but I had to stay focused, legal, not vengeful. Sarah, my lawyer, reviewed the new recording. This is dynamite, she said. Claire and Vincent conspiring to ruin your career? That's tortious interference. Combined with Mia's forged bank statements, we've got a case for fraud and defamation. She advised setting up a sting. Get Mia to admit something on record, her affair, the lies about your business. Oregon's one-party consent state, so you're clear to record. I set up a hidden audio device in our loft ready for Ava's plan. That evening, Mia came home, her smile practiced. Big day tomorrow, she said, mentioning a client pitch with Ryan. I played along, but my heart ached. How had the woman I loved become this stranger? When she went to bed, I checked her phone, another mistake on her part, leaving it unlocked. A text from Ryan. Vincent says the divorce lawyer's ready. File soon and we're set. Below it, a message from Claire. Don't let Ethan guilt you. He's not your future. I forwarded everything to Sarah and Ava, my anger now a cold, sharp focus. The next day, Ava and I prepped for the brewery meeting. I printed the evidence, Lucas's reports, the forged bank statements, Claire's emails, and screenshots of Mia's texts. Ava brought a laptop with the cloud recording. We'll let Mia talk first, I said. Then we show her the truth. Ava nodded, but her voice shook. What if she chooses them? I swallowed hard. Then we've done all we can. Mia arrived at the brewery, her expression guarded. What's this about, Ethan? She asked, eyeing Ava. I kept my tone calm. We need to talk about us, about the truth. She crossed her arms. If this is about Ryan, you're blowing it out of proportion. He's a friend. Ava leaned in. A friend you're planning to marry? Mom and Dad are funding him to replace Ethan. Mia's face flushed. That's ridiculous. You're both paranoid. I slid the evidence across the table. Read these. Mia hesitated, then scanned the papers, her texts, the bank statements, Vincent's payments to Ryan. Her hands trembled, but she pushed them away. This is fake. You're trying to turn me against my parents. Ava played the recording. Claire's voice filled the room. Ethan's clients will drop him once we're done. Mia's eyes widened, but she shook her head. They're protecting me. You don't understand. I took a deep breath. Mia, they've been lying to you, about me, about your exes, about everyone who didn't fit their plan. They did this to Ava's ex too. Ava nodded, tears in her eyes. They spread lies about him until he left. They're doing it to Ethan now. Mia's resolve wavered, but she stood. I need to talk to Mom and Dad. Alone. She left, the door slamming behind her. My heart sank. Ava grabbed my arm. She's shaken. Give her time. But time felt like the enemy. Lucas called that night. Carl, the fixer? He's been tailing you. Caught him on a security cam outside your loft. Fear spiked through me. Vincent wasn't just threatening, he was watching. I told Sarah, who urged me to file a restraining order. We've got enough to prove harassment, she said. Do it now. The next morning, I got a call from Mia's ex, Jason, who I'd reached out to through Ava. They ruined me, he said. Claire spread rumors I was stealing from clients. Vincent paid a guy to plant fake evidence. It cost me my career. He sent me old emails, proof of their sabotage. The pattern was clear. Anyone who challenged their control was destroyed. I added it to my evidence, but Mia's silence worried me. Was she slipping back under their influence? Then came a new twist. Ava texted, Mia's at the lake house with Mom and Dad. I hacked their security cam audio. They're planning to file a lawsuit against you for emotional distress. She sent a clip, Vincent saying, we'll bankrupt Ethan with legal fees. Mia, you just need to sign the papers. Mia's voice was faint. I don't know, what if he's telling the truth? Claire snapped, he's manipulating you. Ryan's your future. I forwarded the clip to Sarah. This is our chance, she said. Get Mia to admit something in person. If she's doubting them, we can break through. I planned to crash the lake house meeting with Ava and legal backup. But as I packed, another burner text arrived. You were warned. Say goodbye to your clients. Attached was a screenshot of an email sent from my account to my biggest client, admitting to fraud, completely fabricated. My career was on the line, and Mia's family was playing for keeps. The forged email sent from my account to my biggest client was a gut punch, a fake confession of fraud designed to torch my career. The burner text that came with it, you were warned. Say goodbye to your clients, confirmed Vincent's hand in this. Mia was at their lake house, caught in her parents' web while they planned to sue me for emotional distress. I stood in our Portland loft, Ava's latest audio clip echoing in my head, Mia's hesitant voice, what if Ethan's telling the truth? She was cracking, but I had to act fast to save our marriage and my livelihood. I called Lucas immediately. The email's a hack, he confirmed after analyzing it. Sent from an IP tied to Carl, Vincent's fixer. I'm tracing the server, but they're covering their tracks. My blood boiled. Vincent wasn't just threatening me, he was dismantling my life. Sarah, my lawyer, was furious when I sent her the screenshot. This is cybercrime, she said. We can add it to the defamation and harassment case. But we need Mia to flip. Get her to admit something on record. Ava and I plan to confront Mia at the lake house, a sleek retreat on Lake Oswego. She's doubting them, Ava said, packing her laptop with the security cam audio. But Mom and Dad are relentless. They'll guilt her into signing those divorce papers. I nodded, slipping the evidence folder, emails, texts, bank records, and Jason's testimony into my bag. We'll show her everything, I said. She has to choose. But doubt not at me. What if Mia chose them? We drove to the lake house, rain pounding the windshield. Sarah had prepped a legal notice, warning Vincent and Claire of impending charges if they continued their campaign. I also struck a hidden recorder in my pocket, legal in Oregon. As we pulled up to the gated property, my heart raced. Mia's car was there, alongside Vincent's. Ava's face was grim. They'll try to turn this on you, she warned. Stay calm. Inside, the lake house was all glass and luxury, a testament to Vincent's wealth. Mia sat on a leather couch, pale and tense, with Claire fussing over her and Vincent sipping scotch by the bar. Ethan? Mia stood, surprised. What are you doing here? Claire's smile was razor-thin. This is a family matter. I met her gaze. I'm family, Claire. And I'm done with your lies. Vincent set his glass down, his voice smooth. You're out of your depth, Ethan. Leave now or things get worse. I ignored him, turning to Mia. You need to see this. I handed her the evidence folder. She hesitated, then opened it, her eyes scanning the forged bank statements, Ryan's texts, and Claire's emails pushing her toward him. Ava queued up the audio clip, Vincent's cold plan to bankrupt me, Claire's insistence that Ryan was her future. Mia's hands shook, her breath uneven. This isn't real, she whispered, but her voice lacked conviction. Claire stepped forward. He's manipulating you, Mia. He's jealous of your success. I cut her off, playing the lake house audio, Vincent saying, we'll bankrupt Ethan with legal fees. Mia froze, her eyes locked on her father. Dad? Vincent's face hardened. It's for your own good, Mia. Ethan's a liability. Ava stepped in, her voice steady. They did this to my ex too, Mia. They spread lies, ruined his career. Look at Jason's emails. Mia read them, her face crumpling as she saw the pattern, her parents' sabotage of anyone who didn't fit their mold. You lied about Jason, she said, her voice breaking. You're lying about Ethan. Claire reached for her. We're protecting you. Mia pulled back. No. You're controlling me. Vincent laughed, cold and sharp. You'll come back to us, Mia. You always do. I slid the legal notice across the table. Not this time, I said. This is a cease and desist order. Stop the lies, the threats, or we go public with everything, your payments to Ryan, the forged emails, Carl's blackmail. Claire gasped, but Vincent's eyes narrowed. You're bluffing. Am I? I played another clip Ava had found from a week ago, Claire telling Ryan, once Mia's free, you'll propose. We'll handle Ethan's reputation. Mia's tears fell silently. You were going to choose my next husband? Vincent waved it off. Ryan's stable, unlike Ethan. Mia shook her head. Ethan's my husband. I chose him. The room tensed. Mia turned to me, her voice soft. I need time to process this. She walked out, leaving us with her parents. Vincent leaned forward. You think you've won, but Mia's ours. I held his gaze. She's her own person. And she's seeing you clearly now. Back home, Mia was quiet, staying in the guest room. I gave her space, but the forged email had done damage. One client had already pulled out, citing concerns. Lucas called with a breakthrough. Carl's been arrested for a separate scam. He's talking, implicating Vincent in the email hack. Sarah filed the restraining order against Vincent and added cybercrime to our case. We're close, she said. But Mia's the key. The next day, Mia's phone buzzed with a new text from Ryan. File the papers. I'm waiting. She showed it to me, her eyes red. I didn't know how deep this went, she said. I'm sorry, Ethan. I took her hand. We can fix this, but you have to choose us or them. She nodded, tears falling. I choose us. But I need to confront them one more time. Ava warned me they're planning a counter-lawsuit claiming you hacked their accounts. She sent new evidence, a bank transfer from Vincent to Carl, dated the day of the forged email. I forwarded it to Sarah, who grinned. This seals it. They're done. But as Mia prepared to face her parents again, another burner text arrived. You can't protect her forever. My heart raced. Vincent was cornered, and cornered animals fight dirty. The final burner text, you can't protect her forever, felt like a blade at my throat. Mia stood beside me in our Portland loft, her eyes resolute despite the fear. She'd chosen us, but her parents, Claire and Vincent, and her lover Ryan were cornered, ready to strike back. With Ava's evidence, Lucas's tech breakthroughs, and Sarah's legal arsenal, we were poised to end their campaign of lies. But as we prepared to confront them at their lake house, I knew this showdown would test everything: Mia's loyalty, my resolve, and our future. Mia clutched the evidence folder, forged bank statements, Vincent's payments to Ryan, Claire's emails, and the audio of their plan to bankrupt me. Ava had sent a new clip that morning, hacked from their lake house security. Vincent telling Claire, if Mia won't leave Ethan, we cut her off completely. Mia's face hardened as she listened. They think they own me, she said. I'm done. I nodded, slipping the recorder into my pocket. We end this today, legally. Sarah had filed the restraining order against Vincent, backed by Carl's confession that he'd hacked my email on Vincent's orders. She'd also prepped a lawsuit for defamation, fraud, and cybercrime, ready to go public if they didn't back down. Lucas called as we drove to Lake Oswego. Carl's singing, he said. He's got texts from Vincent ordering the threats. You've got them dead to rights. But the latest burner text worried me. Was Vincent desperate enough to escalate? At the lake house, the air was thick with tension. Claire opened the door, her smile brittle. Mia, darling, you don't need to do this. Vincent stood by the bar, Ryan beside him, all charm gone. Mia's eyes narrowed. Ryan, why are you here? He shrugged, smirking. Your parents invited me. We're all worried about you. I stepped forward. Drop the act. We know everything. We sat in the glass-walled living room, the lake dark beyond. Mia took the lead, her voice steady. You've been lying to me about Ethan, about Jason, about my life. She laid out the evidence, texts, emails, the forged email that cost me a client. Claire gasped, but Vincent waved it off. This is a setup, Mia. Ethan's desperate to keep you. Ava, who'd arrived quietly, played the latest audio, Vincent's plan to cut Mia off. Mia's tears fell, but her voice didn't waver. You don't get to control me anymore. Ryan leaned forward, his tone slick. Mia, I love you. Ethan's holding you back. I cut in, sliding Sarah's legal notice across the table. This is a cease and desist order. Stop the lies, the threats, or we sue for defamation, fraud, and cybercrime. Vincent's eyes darkened. You're bluffing. I played Carl's recorded confession, naming Vincent as his paymaster. Claire's face crumpled. Vincent, you didn't. Mia turned to Ryan. Did you know about the threats? He hesitated, then nodded. Your dad said it was to protect you. Mia stood furious. You used me. She faced her parents. I'm done with your games. Ethan's my husband, and you'll respect that or lose me. Vincent laughed, cold. You'll come crawling back. I met his gaze. Not this time. We have copies of everything, your payments to Ryan, Carl's texts, the hacked email. One move and it's public. Claire broke, sobbing. Mia, we just wanted the best for you. Mia shook her head. You wanted control. That's not love. She walked out, Ava following. I stayed a moment longer. This ends now, I told Vincent. Or your empire falls. His silence was his surrender. Back home, Mia and I talked until dawn. I was blind, she said, tears falling. I thought Ryan cared, but it was all their plan. I held her. We rebuilt together. She nodded, resolute. Sarah filed the lawsuit, but we offered a deal. Vincent and Claire would pay damages and stay out of our lives. They agreed, transferring Mia's trust fund to her, no strings attached. Ryan resigned from Mia's firm, his reputation tarnished when Sarah leaked his role to the board. 6 months later, my business thrived, new clients flooding in after my designs went viral. Mia switched jobs, focusing on ethical marketing, and we started therapy to heal. Ava moved to Portland, free from her parents' shadow. Claire and Vincent kept their distance, their influence broken. At my gallery opening, Mia stood beside me, glowing. I'm proud of you, she said. I smiled. I'm proud of us. Under Portland's stars, I realized my victory wasn't in destroying them, it was in refusing their game. I'd protected my life with truth, not vengeance, building a future with Mia on our terms. Their lies had crumbled, and living well was my sweetest justice.